Hey everybody, how you all doing? So it's Stevie here, bringing you a brand new Blackout video. In the video today, everybody, I'm just going to be doing a little bit of a tutorial video. I've not done one of these for a while, but I thought I'd basically just do a little bit of a tutorial video because basically, as we all know, we've just got a brand new Alcatraz map in Blackout this week. I've managed to get a few wins in it already. You might have already had a few wins yourself, but if you've not, I just thought I'd make a little bit of a tutorial video and a few little tips that have helped me along the way to get better in the Alcatraz mode and have really done me a solid at some point. And these tips have basically, these little tips that I use in each game have helped me out quite a bit. So I just thought I'd share them with you guys just to hope that they help you out a little bit. If you are new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe and like it. It'd really mean a lot. We're currently on our road to 1,000 subscribers and we're just on over 500 at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. So any little bit of support you can give would be really appreciated. Can't thank you all enough for how much the channel's grown lately. It really is really appreciated. But yeah, without further ado, everybody, let's get straight into the tips. Okay everybody, so coming into my very first tip, this is one I realised not straight away when playing this mode, but maybe after a day or so, and just from experience of playing other modes where you respawn in some cases after dying. And this is basically the gun types that you want to be using. As we all know, as you get further and further into a game mode in Alcatraz, ammo for guns like 5.56mm, so guns like the Vapor, the SWAT, so on, and then 7.62mm, say like the Rampart, the KM57, guns like that. Ammo becomes a lot more scarce and you're a lot less likely to find it in buildings, simply because of the fact that people are using a lot more bullets in this game because they're killing the same people over and over again, or they're killing someone from one team and then they respawn and that sort of thing. So for me personally, one gun, I'll normally carry like a Rampart or a KN or a SWAT, something like that, but I'll always try and make sure that my secondary gun is something with 45 caliber. So the best guns in my opinion for that are either the Damon, the GKS or the Spitfire, because in a way you've got an endless stream of ammunition. That way you don't need to worry about running out anytime soon, because I think every person that drops back into the map lands with around about 50, I think it is. Let me know in the comments if I've got that wrong, but this morning we're quite enough anyway, so you're able to just keep up with the flow of the amount you're using as opposed to the amount that you're then finding. You shouldn't run out of bullets that way, as opposed to if you use something like a shotgun and an assault rifle, something like that. Moving into the next tip, everybody, this is rooftops. What I mean by that basically is just be careful when using them. I like to use them personally, especially the one over cell house, because it is quite easy to fortify with barbed wire, razor wire, mesh mines, barricades, that sort of thing. Stick them on the stairs and no one's going to be coming up that way and bothering you. The only thing obviously to bear in mind when using rooftops is that that is one of the main places people like to drop on when they are redeploying. So just bear that in mind. Try not to try and keep your back to a wall, something like that, just to make sure no one's going to drop in behind you. Because even though you'll have a better loadout than them, a Strife does seem to do quite a lot of damage in this mode, so just bear that in mind. A quick way of getting onto the rooftops of some buildings, you'll see on your screen here, you can just use the door to vault up, and that's quite a handy tip as well. But yeah, using rooftops, as I said, I just use them with caution. I like to use them myself, so long as I've got some sort of barricades, that sort of thing, and obviously you feel a bit safer knowing that people have to come up towards you to get you killed, that sort of thing. But yeah, as I said, with rooftops, just use them a little bit with caution. Another tip that I'd recommend for everybody in this game mode, this is perks. Perks do feel a little bit harder to come by for me personally, because a lot of the time, say I may have lost the perks that I started off with because I've died, or the building that I was in might have been pretty badly looted already and I'm just picking up scraps, that sort of thing. But this is one that I think is quite an important perk, is Outlander. It feels to me like a lot of the time the zone ends in awkward spots sometimes, whether it's on a building, something like that. So odds are you might not be able to kill the other team necessarily. So I always try and make sure I have a case of Outlander even with me, and that can make the difference really between out healing the zone in the end game. Moving into the next tip, everybody, and this is one that I use quite a bit, in all honesty. Obviously all of the tips that I use quite a bit, but this is one that I really do bear in mind when playing Alcatraz, and this is careful when respawning. What I mean by that is when you die, it's very easy to just think I'm going to land in the exact same place I did before, and then I can go and get my loot from the guy that just killed me. But the thing you've got to bear in mind is you're landing with a pistol, and say, for example, the dude who killed you may have all your weapons now and all your armor. He might have teammates around him, that sort of thing, that also have good loot. So bear in mind that they may now have something like your old loadout, like Daemon or level 3 armor, that sort of thing. So it's easy to think to just go and pick up your own loot, but actually doing it is another thing. And sometimes I just think the risk isn't worth the reward, especially when after that time I'm dropping in, there's no more redeploys. And finally, coming into my last tip that I'd recommend for all of you, this is one that I don't recommend. I recommend to do in regular Blackout to use, but not to use in Alcatraz, and that is snipers. I find quite a few snipers in this Alcatraz mode. I don't know whether it's just my luck, but I seem to find a Koshka nearly every single game, and I managed to find some other snipers, like I think you can get the Outlaw off the wall. While sniping is fun, Alcatraz, I don't really feel like it is a sniping map with how close quarters it is. It feels like, you know, and by the time you've sniped someone, they've managed to crawl to cover and the teammates managed to revive them, that sort of thing. So in my opinion, I just stay clear of snipers in this game mode if I can. Sometimes I'll pick them up if I feel like I'm in a good position, but other than that, I won't bother using them. I prefer to sort of close quarters, that sort of thing, like an assault rifle and an SMG or an assault rifle and a shotgun, something like that. I hope these tips have helped you all. These are just a few little tips that I use now and then that do help me out quite a bit. But yeah, I hope they've helped you. If they have, feel free to drop a subscribe and like. Let me know in the comments if there's any tips that you recommend that have helped you out a lot. But yeah, that's it from me for today, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Bye for now.